you need, you know I can. So hands up, who wants to rock?
Good evening, Metal Faithful. This is the Metal Hammer of Doom. I'm your host, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich, and I am high in the saddle tonight. Woo! I'm going to show you my Dark Side of Black, other Texas Hippie Coalition reference. This is, we are reviewing the latest Texas Hippie Coalition album tonight, High in the Saddle. Came out May 31st, 2019. Joining me on his horse, he's riding up. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a cowboy. He's Jesse Starcher. How do you do, sir?
Don't beat this horse till I finish this album. That's all I ask.
I'm going to punch that horse right in the mush.
Oh man! Well, this is a unique group we're going to be talking tonight, man. This is one I've never had a chance to listen to before.
It's the only one led by a giant mugwai.
Oh boy, did we have some fun at his expense?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that was a good time.
Check out our Metal Hammer of Doom Extra for Come Get It, which was performed live at Rocklahoma, where we went right into left field as we decided the lead singer was a giant. That the members of the band were actually parts of the lead singer that come out when he gets water on him.
Let's just say we were glad, even though it was an outdoor venue, there was no rain in the forecast.
Oh my goodness! The Texas Hippie Coalition's all over the place.
From Sweden?
That's right. All right, so were you familiar with their 2016 release, The Dark Side of Black?
Did not even know they existed until we did the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra, so...
That's right.
Short answer's no.
So, just to refresh my memory and reference the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra one more time, what did you think of that Come Get It song when we weren't making fun of the singer?
Yeah, it was actually really decent. I remember telling you that, it had a kind of a Pantera vibe to it. And listening to this album, there's some other bands that I'll probably be comparing them to, just because, I was able to really dive into this thing there in the past couple of days. But yeah, I enjoyed that one.
When I was doing my laps around the facility before I got out of doctor jail, I was listening to this, and I'll tell you, we're going to give it a listen, and I'll be able to listen to it a little bit more critically tonight. But first run through, not as balls out as I wanted it to be. I'll be honest.
Really?
With you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I have an affinity for the rock / metal / twang and a little bit of country, and I get that throughout this. There's definitely some country elements to this band. And I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all, actually. I thought it was pretty fresh.
It's fine. I think I heard Come Get It, and like everything needs to sound like this, and nothing sounds like that.
Nothing sounded like that? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So let's get into it. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So High in the Saddle, like I said, came out May 31st. They did a single on March 29th for our lead track here, Moonshine. This is their 6th studio album. Like I said, I became familiar with them through Dark Side of Black. I hadn't really listened to anything before that. And once I saw they were releasing an album, I'm like, we have to talk about this band. So here we go, folks, with the scenario. Oh, I'm not prepared.
Not prepared.
All right.
Also known as THC.
All right, here we go, folks. This is Moonshine from the Texas Hippie Coalition.
Texas boys are like the Mickey Gilly. Yeah, leave me alone to get plum hillbilly. We're no cowboy, you know he threatened to kill me. So all night long we played Waylon and Willie. We was just looking for a little fall. When it comes to trouble, we don't want to fall, no. We carry guitars and a couple of guns, and we sing our songs till the morning comes. Well, my baby, yeah, she crazy. She's my moonshine. Yeah, my baby, yeah, she crazy, but she's my moonshine.
So here's my theory that no one knew who the hell the Texas Hippie Coalition was before 2016, and then with the Dark Side of Black, they kind of blew up, and
Okay.
then they were like, okay, well, our follow-up has to be really mainstream.
Mainstream.
Because
Oh,
that
boy.
moonshine you can play on like all the Sirius XM rock stations.
No, this shit's getting played in just about every bar. It's on the jukebox, and you know,
So- Some white girl's thinking she's all, she's the shit dancing on the cable.
there's some definite mainstream elements to this, but I do love, I love the country feel, to this. It just feels like that classic rock / kind of country feel. Definitely, Texas influenced. So I thought as an opener, this was pretty decent. I liked it. I thought it was okay. I had a good time listening to it, and the vocals threw me for a loop there at the beginning. I was like, holy shit, is this guy going to stay this deep the whole album?
Yes.
But of course, things things change a little bit right there, right as he gets out of the first couple lyrics. But anyway, I mean, one theme I will tell you. Okay, you want to say mainstream? I will tell you the next one, and that is this man likes to sing about the ladies.
Yeah, this is another one. Who were we talking about a few weeks ago? Which is like, Whitesnake, Dave Coverdale. Like, This man loves the vagina.
Indeed, he does. This guy reminds me of the Heavy D of metal. The Heavy D, he's going to talk about
now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Come
with
get it.
So yeah, that's one staple I've noticed throughout the whole album. I think there may be one or two songs that do not involve some kind of lady at the center of the story that's being told. But other than that, I mean, hey, I'm having a good time here.
All right. Well, I know how to have a real good time, and that's with your dirty finger.
Jesus Christ. The title of this song, I remember you running down the titles off this album, and I was like, he didn't just say Dirty Finger. No, he didn't say Dirty Finger. And then we've got Dirty Finger.
Here we go, Dirty Finger.
Let me see your middle finger in the air. Wave it around like you just don't care. Let me see your dirty finger in the air. Let 'em know that the party's right. Bartend another shot of whiskey. Oh, baby girl, come over here and kiss me. In your eyes, they look so enlightening. But you know it can be the white lightning. Right here's where the ladies all scream. And I'll take a double shot at your beam. You know it could be the tequila talker. But me and the boys about to do some rocking. 'Cause we like to party all night long. And this right here is our drinking song. 'Cause we like to party hard and strong. Come on, everybody, let me hear you sing along. Let me hear you say, let me see your middle finger in the air. Wave it around like you just don't care. see a dirty finger in the air. Let them know that the party's right.
Oh, Jesse, let me see your dirty finger in the air.
Have you ever referred to your middle finger as the dirty finger?
Only after I've wiped my ass.
I made you come up and you're like, oh.
That's a dirty finger right there.
That's a dirty finger. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. I mean, maybe that's a regional thing, like where down there they call that the dirty finger.
See, that's the thing. I didn't realize that he was just called like that was just your middle finger. I figured that was his, pussy digging finger. That's what I thought it was.
The old digging. Oh man!
I am a sexy motherfucker.
Oh shit! Well, I thought maybe that there was a small sliver of a chance that might be what he was talking about, but no, the chance was greater if this was a Steel Panther album.
Jesse, what is it like doing a metal podcast with Mark Radulich? Well, you never know what he's going to say.
Nope. We just talked about finger banging, and it was uncomfortable. So, yeah, Steel Panther. That if Dirty Finger was a track on there, you know what you're going to get. Sure. But here, I was like, okay, well, I've never heard as the middle finger as being referred to as the dirty finger. So it kind of took me by surprise. But hey, this is your all. What was that album from Hell Yeah? Which was, I think it was Hell Yeah. Hell Yes, Hell Yeah, where it was Stick Your Middle Fingers Up in the Air, and that was my favorite song off the album. I like a good middle finger song.
Sure. I actually like Dirty Finger a lot. That had a groove to it. That had some balls to it. It was better than I think than Moonshine was. Moonshine was a little too mainstream for me. This one had some edge to it, so I like Dirty Finger. I don't think we need to belabor the point here. I think, this is one of those bands where we're not gonna. This isn't Glory Hammer. No,
Glory Hammer is. If you're comparing Glory Hammer and the epic story that was told on that last album,
just stick your dirty middle finger in the air.
I'm afraid
this is a bit straightforward.
Not a whole lot of substance.
No, this is the Maria Hill dick joke of metal bands.
Agreed.
All right. Speaking of dick jokes, this next one is called "Bring It, Baby." Here we go. Goddamn.
Though I try with all my might, out of mind and out of sight, yet in the mood to fight. Tell me, why does it feel so right? I plead for God's sake. Tell me, how much must one take? My head spins, my hands shake. You see, I'm to the point break. You see, you make me feel I'm indestructible, and then you say those things that make me uncontrollable. This thing we have, this love of ours, it's unbelievable. She said the way you make me feel, it should be criminal. Then she said, bring it back, come on now and bring it back. Bring it back, come on now, bring it back. Bring it back, come on now and bring it back. Bring it back, come on now, bring it back.
Yeah, now we're talking. Talking.
That's a hard rockin' tune about a really rough relationship. I mean, my goodness, this guy and this girl are trying to, they're trying to make it work, but then, I mean, when shit goes bad, she's up in his face, like, bring it on. Like, my goodness, I don't know what you're going to do here.
This is
Big
one of those
Dad
songs
Rich.
where one of them's going to end up in jail.
Yeah. I mean, some bad stuff's going to happen. Dirty Finger might get used. It just might happen. What do you think of this?
What did he hit you with, his dirty finger?
Oh, right in the eye.
I'm going to give you the old pirate eye.
with the dirty finger. So Big Dad Rich, that's an interesting name for the lead singer. Big Dad Rich.
Big and rich.
Yeah, Big Dad Rich.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Big and although he could be. He is big and he may be rich. You never know.
He's a large individual.
You can throw it down. He is also he does have other ventures according to the Wikipedia. Haas Style Clothing Company and
Ooh.
Red River Reds sauces.
Oh, he looks like a guy who knows his barbecue sauce.
That's
Well,
barbecue.
dude,
Yes.
I think 2/3 of people who specialize in barbecue are big fat asses.
Me and Mark are talking from at least fat ass experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, don't get too upset. Okay.
Well, don't apologize for me.
Well, what am I doing?
My father-in-law made it a point to tell me that I'm just like Donald Trump. We're both from New York and we're both assholes, so fuck it.
All right.
Uh,
How is that living situation going?
That's going great. I highly recommend moving in with your in-laws.
Yeah.
Speaking of moving in with your in-laws, this next one's called Ride or Die.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Too late now, the tears fall down, baby, down, down, down. Tears fall like pouring rain, 'cause you're not around. Dark skies, a little light made it through somehow. Night screams and broken dreams are my nightmares now. Am I wrong? 'Cause I can't go on and bear the weight of being all alone. One last time, wish that I could take you, never would forsake you. You'll always be my ride or die. Yeah, baby, let's ride into the blue dream of you. One last time, wish I could have saved you. Used to love the way you always were my ride or die. Yeah, baby, let's ride.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Stop singing your pussy song. Or sing more songs about pussy, but actual pussy. Don't be a pussy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. This one sticks out like.
Baby, be my ride or die. I'm trying to get on mainstream radio.
Right on Main Street, USA. So, yeah, I wasn't too impressed with this one. It doesn't. The thing is that it's a very emotional song. So I understand. These guys have a band. I'm sure this is about, one of the members losing somebody. But it's, gosh, man, it's tough for me to listen to the first 3 tracks and then go into this one and expect something similar and get this. So
This
unfortunately,
band is not good enough to write something this sappy without it coming off really patronizing.
Okay. I don't know. I know that there's a lot. I could tell that there was a lot of heart in the song just by listening to it. But I'll tell you that I listened to it. I listened to the album probably close to 10 or 11 times. This is actually a pretty short album.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through 8 hours of work, and I had it on repeat. And, again,
Did
I've
the
said
girl
this
next
before
to
on
you
here.
threaten to kill herself if you played it a 9th time?
Sir, I have my headphones in the whole time. So
Oh, okay.
no one is put to any. Yeah, nobody is tortured.
No one must know.
But yeah, if it's a bad album, I'm not going to play it again. I'll listen to it maybe 2 or 3 times just so I can get a feel of it, and then I'm done. I'm moving on to something else. Give me my Weird Al Yankovic playlist. But this one I had no problem going through. This track, however, was skipped every time, probably past the second listen.
Yes,
I
sir.
would skip. It's just completely. And as short as this album is, I don't want to say cut anything, I'm just going to have to say replace it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Again,
you cut a song or two off of this, you're into EP territory.
yeah, you're not. Yeah, you can't do that. So, I understand they probably felt that this was something. It had a lot of heart to it.
Yeah,
and
these morons probably thought this was fucking deep.
Well, that again. That's not what these guys are here for. These guys are here for the drinking. They're here for the boobs.
This
they're
needs
here
to be
for
like
the
Stone
Oscar.
Cold Steve Austin, the soundtrack.
Oh, perfect.
Just drink beer, bar fights, fucking smashing tables and chairs, banging chicks on a motorcycle. That's all I wanted out of this. And they're like, let it be my ride or die. Ugh.
Who uses the term "ride or die" at our
Fucking
age?
Tupac.
He was then, and I don't know.
Or maybe DMX.
I'm not a fan
I
either.
don't know. But it's just one.
DMX.
It's one of those black guys. One of those rappers.
Stop, drop, open up shop.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't even quote it right. Stop, drop,
Stop,
shut him down.
drop. Come on, open up shop. Whoa, whoa, let the Rough
As
Riders
white guys
roll.
struggle for the lyrics.
It's all right. We're not here to talk about rap albums. Those rap guys.
Those
Look at her
rap
butt.
guys.
It's so
Red.
big. All right. This next one. This is called Tongue Like a Devil. Blah, 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 blah.
She got the lips of an angel and a tongue like a devil. And that girl, she coming round my way. Yeah, she look like an innocent, but that girl, she hell-bent. Best tell little sister, stay away. No hiding, no angel to come down, save me. No hiding, no miracle, 'cause I got one right here, right now, to set me
Are you fucking kidding me with this?
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're not a fan of that one?
It's fine, but it, like... Did they figure out between Dark Side of Black and this album that their only fans are chicks that attend, like, festivals?
I was just reading a review where they said that song was perfect for the strip joint.
Yeah.
Put that on in the old strip joint and watch the ladies go to town.
This is dumb girl metal.
Well, dude, I can tell you I'm enjoying this album. I'm listening to this album. I'm
Aw.
enjoying the album. Okay?
Jesse's a woo girl.
I might be, maybe. This and that particular song it had a groove to it.
I mean, it's fine, but this is not what I want out of a band called the Texas Hippie Coalition.
Fucking, they have the word hippie in their band name. Okay, you're not going to get a whole lot of lot of substance, a whole lot of.
I don't want substance. I want like surface level, like five finger
Aggressive.
death punch,
Yeah.
bro level, fucking like metal country bullshit.
That
And
is going to be
I'm just getting mainstream bullshit.
the reference you just made to Five Finger Death Punch. There's a song, I think it's coming up here pretty soon, that if you listen to it, you're going to swear that it's the lead singer from Five Finger Death Punch right at the beginning, and then things change. Go ahead.
What does Angry Metal Guy think?
I didn't see a review
Even
So
he
Angry
would
Metal
agree.
Guy may have probably said, I'm not doing this one. Let me just double check. I'll check and see. I'm going to type in Angry.
All right,
Do a
while
little
you do
specific.
that, I'm going to tell you about the story of my life here. This is called "Why Aren't You Listening?"
Oh.
Here we go.
The song has been sung, the deed has been done, God has not come. Why aren't you listening? Deep inside I deal with struggle. As you see, my mind gets muddled, and though I seem complicated, it's the reason I'm so hated. And though some they find me frightening, others say I'm quite enlightening. And though you may find it shocking, I am still alive and rocking. The song has been sung, the deed has been done, God has not come. Why aren't you listening?
I've never seen a band like this fucking.
Mark has lost all faith in Texas Hippie Coalition now.
Denutted.
They have went from one of the hardest rocking bands he got a chance to watch. You said you didn't watch these guys, but you said we watched them on stage there. No, Rocklahoma.
Yeah,
You said you watched. You watched.
I
them on
watched
TV,
Rocklahoma. Yeah, when it was
Yeah.
on Access TV.
and you were all excited. And you were like, "Oh my gosh!" Went and got the album, right? You listened to the album. You
Yeah.
dug the old album, and now all of a sudden, it's
was-
just.
"Come Get It" was on my workout mix. I would, I'd hit the gym like, "Come Get It," yeah. Come on now, let's walk that treadmill.
180, complete 180, and it's just made you so incredibly sad.
Ugh. Why aren't you listening? I have no dick.
Oh, no. That's not in the lyrics. I didn't see that.
This is a completely genitalless band.
Genitalless?
Yes.
Genitalless.
Lack of genitals.
Genitalia is missing. Well, I mean, this was an all right song. This is probably
This is an asexual album.
if I'm gonna put this song anywhere, it's gonna be on the bottom half of my favorites. I'm not a big fan of this one.
All right, so anything from the Angry Metal Guy?
No, he probably stayed away from this. I can tell you, I'm looking at Rock and Load mag. They gave it a 9.
Of course they did.
A 9. Then we have.
They wanted free tickets to Rocklahoma.
This is off of MetalTemple.com. This reviewer gives songwriting a 7, originality a 6, memorability a 6, and production a 9. Now the production, I think you could make a case that it's a little overproduced.
It's very clean. It's very pristine.
And this is something that you would hear on my local rock radio station down here for sure. Because, man, I'm trying to think of a band that it reminds me of that I hear, just about any.
Garth Brooks,
Yeah, those guys.
Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Stevie Ray Vaughan. No, I wasn't going that.
Delirious Cyrus,
No.
the Florida Georgia line.
Tongue Like a Dove. Okay, where are we at here? Nope. Never mind. They didn't even mention this song. This reviewer, this is MaximumVolumeMusic.com, gives it an 8.5 out of 10.
These are paid reviews.
Tickets to your next concert, please. That's the rating. It has it in parentheses.
I am convinced that that on their Dark Side of Black tour, they got more chicks to check them out than dudes, and they were like, "Let's write the next one for pussy."
Oh, well.
And Steel Panther was like, "We approve."
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything.
They contacted Dave Coverdale. They're like, "Can you please send us some of the shitty songs you never recorded?"
Yeah, here's this one about a stripper. Oh, wait a second.
We'd like your unused Whitesnake songs, please.
Yeah, Texas Hippie Coalition. Next bonus track on the Spotify is "Boobs on a Car." Where the hell did they come up with that from? Well, oh, wait a second. Written by Dave Coverdale.
All right, speaking of boobs on a car, this next one's called Stevie Nicks. I don't know if she ever put her boobs on a car.
She did. She guaranteed.
Maybe. Here we go.
Yeah, she be hanging with weed smoking outlaws. That girl, you know, she always down for the cause. She run her mouth, yeah, she like Jack in her jaws. She come from the sticks out past my whole pawpaws. Why's the witch gotta be so pretty? That wicked girl, she casts a spell on me. Why's the witch gotta be so sexy? That wicked woman, she put a spell on me.
That one's not bad.
Oh, I like that one.
That's pretty
I
good.
really do. It's funny because there was a song that the Neil Fallon wrote for Clutch, and I think it was specifically, oh shit, what was the name of that song? It was off of
Shogun named Marcus.
no, it was
Right.
off of one of the more shut up, one of the more recent albums. It was about a witch. And
Oh
it-
yeah. And then it was on that like compilation that was about like woke women or some shit.
And he specifically stated that was, I don't know if he referenced it in the song or not, but it was about Stevie Nicks, which is interesting because, and so it was about a witch. You may be thinking about a different.
No, I know which one you're talking about. I'm looking it
Okay.
up now.
Oh my goodness, it's about when he goes over to, he was over at the Salem, and he was talking about the Salem witch trials, if I remember right.
Sucker for the Witch.
Yes, that's it. Sucker for the Witch. And he is actually, he was talking in an interview that it was also related to Stevie Nicks in some way. So it's interesting that is specifically, that's the two things that are referenced in this song here. But I do enjoy this one too. I have a good time listening to this one. You know what I thought it would be a great idea for a podcast would be people like us sitting down and listening to an album, okay? But they have to listen to an album and make it a concept album. All right?
Mhm.
So me and you would have to listen to this song and find like we'd have to find a way to make this a concept album. Which would be fun for some albums that have obviously no concept, but and this one doesn't either. But it'd be interesting if it was. Texas Hippie Coalition doing a concept album, not going to happen anytime soon.
No.
Not happening. But
All right.
Anyway.
This might be one of our shorter shows here because I'm
no way.
not feeling this.
You're not feeling the Texas Hippie Coalition.
No,
Unbelievable.
very disappointing. One of the most disappointing albums this year. I got to be honest.
Oh
with you.
wow, no.
I had high expectations and they have let me down for the last time.
Okay, I can understand your disappointment. I don't know if it's going to be one of the worst, but it's going to be. I can understand your disappointment here.
Indeed. All right, this next one, Baby Dolls, is called Bullseye. Let's see if it's got some balls to it.
I ain't saying I'm the chosen one, but I get the job done. While all your heroes ride off into the song. yourself a fistful. Run, tell your little sister. Let them bullets fly. Yeah, let's live or die. And I'll be hanging up for the bulls. Let them bullets fly. Let fill the sky. And be hanging up for the bulls.
Are they angling for a job with like NXT to provide music for one of their takeovers?
Oh, dude, perfect.
Because that sounds like Randy Orton's, like, you know, like if he retires and then comes back, but his new gimmick is that he's drunk and fat all the time. That seems like the perfect song for him to rock out to.
Oh, no, man. Well, the thing is that he's got to come back, but he's got to emulate his dad, Cowboy Bob Orton.
That's right.
He's got to put the cast on. He's got to wear a hat.
Yes, the cat. Oh my God, that's the best thing of this whole episode. Randy Orton just walks out with an old cast. It's green.
Got this from my pappy.
His arm's still broken. 50 years later.
Oh, it's great. That's great. I like that one, by the way. I like Bullseye.
Please make that happen. Please make
Do it.
Randy Orton come out as Cowboy Randy Orton with the cast to Bullseye.
There is a certain lack of kick-ass, for sure.
Yeah.
For laid-back, classic rock-driven, and there is a spot for this album, but it is clearly for surface-level people that I think, you know, just enjoy sitting at a bar, playing pool, eating some jalapeno poppers, and bullshitting the day away.
Yeah, this is background bar music.
I would still probably, if I had the chance and it was cheap enough or whatever, I'd go see these guys. If they were around here, I'd love to go see them in concert.
You can take Mindy to Rocklahoma. She
would probably enjoy herself. This is an album I could see Mindy enjoying. This isn't fucking Blind Guardian. This is absolutely not fucking Iced Earth.
Yeah, this is not a night at the opera.
No, we, my friends, are going to have a good time listening to the album. That's what you come here for. And
this is shirtless men with dad bods, shitty tattoos,
beer
soaked
in one
beer.
hand. Beer in one hand for sure.
Yeah.
Possibly even one of those caps with the beers on it and the straws going down to your mouth.
That's all. This is tank top wearing girls on their shoulders.
Oh, fucking Bullseye be perfect, not just for an intro to a wrestling pay-per-view, but I'll tell you right now, you throw up a fucking NASCAR montage, that's perfect stuff, man.
I can see why this album's not resonating with me. I was not born in I was born in New York, sir.
Yes, sir. Fucking East Coast.
Me and Trump, cut from the same cloth.
Well, at least, you know, you have something in common, you know, here with these guys. And I'd bet you they're assholes, too.
Thanks. All right, this next one is called Sigh. No, it's called Tell It From the Ground.
It's hard for me to swallow all these tears you've been crying. 'Cause as you can see, there's no one dead or dying. No, I'm not insinuating that
It ain't half bad, but it ain't half good neither.
I got a Pantera vibe.
Fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland. Midland. I got a bit of a Pantera vibe there. Just, the aggressive, don't take no bullshit. I ain't one to fuck with.
Yeah, but like one of Pantera's like slower, shittier songs.
Poor Mark. Went into this with so much promise. I'm really surprised you're that let down by it. I really am.
You heard "Come Get It."
I did.
You heard.
I didn't know that was the Bible and this was sacrilege. That was. I wasn't expecting that.
You're criticizing me for being too critical of this album.
Well, you're entitled to how you feel about it, and you've listened to these guys a lot more than I did. So that is the stark contrast here, because this is my first experience with the whole album.
Just feels too patronizing for me. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like my bullshit meter is probably my most attuned, sharpest instrument.
Okay.
And this screams bullshit to me. This doesn't ring true.
Does not ring true. Does not ring true to this band? Yeah.
Like if you put on if you give me a pop star like a Shakira or a Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears. Yeah. By the way, have I mentioned I'm fucking old and these are pop stars in my head? I don't know.
I can't pronounce half the names nowadays in pop fandom. So
there's an Aquafina I think out there that's in movies. I don't know what she is or what she does. I think she's a YouTube thing. I'm so old.
No clue.
But look, if your daughter was like, here, this is the new jam right here. This is the new thing. I would probably have less of a problem with that than I do with something like this, which I feel like is them trying way too hard to reach a more broader audience, and they they feel like they just sold their soul out for it. Like they're capable of such heavier, grimier, dirtier, realer stuff, and instead they were like, yeah, let's just make songs for bitches in bars.
If it pays money.
If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Sheryl Crow said that.
That's right. That is right. I'm looking at ghostcultmag.com. They gave it a 6 out of 10. Reviews are kind of varying here. I'm looking for... let's see if any of their criticism kind of matches up with what you're saying here. Okay? I'll read you a paragraph. You ready?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Anything to kind of lengthen this out since we got one more song left. All right, so Dirty Finger is your rock anthem to, well, use your imagination. Ride or Die is your lighters in the air power ballad. Tongue Like a Devil is stripper pole worthy. It has plenty to bump and grind to. Why Aren't You Listening is the standout track. Ooh, I don't know about that. It has that dark emo vibe that draws you in and evokes maudlin feelings. Everything about this track is sublime, from the deep, earthy vocals, blah, 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 blah. Tell It From the Ground, which we just heard, is a simple, straight-ahead, chunky middle finger. And the lyrics leave no room to misinterpretation. Because I don't take no bullshite. He spelled it bullshite.
Terrific.
Yeah, all right. So anyway, yeah. Now, I honestly think this next track that we're going to get off of here, this last track, is my favorite. I really dig this next one. So... You wanna talk about anything else? You're more than welcome to. If not, play the fucking track. Play the fucking track.
Play the fucking track, man. All right, here we go. This is Blue Lights On. So you thought the ZZ Top, and then I immediately thought Sharp Dressed Man. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, here's what I thought. I was like, I think they bought an unused demo from Motley Crue.
Okay.
That's what Blue Lights On felt like. Like, that should have been faster and thrashier, and they were like, okay, well, Motley Crue's not using it, so we'll turn it into this.
I want to run some bands by you here. These guys kind of threw together a best description of Texas Hippie Coalition. And as a matter of fact, we could probably go to Spotify and just check to see what the suggestions are.
Oh, I got that up.
Yeah, okay.
For this album, you got the Josh Abbott Band.
Never heard of him.
Cody Johnson. Randy Rogers Band.
Cody Johnson, the IWGP champion?
Dick. Turnpike Troubadours.
Nope.
And that's that.
Okay.
So hang on, let me hit refresh here. Let's see what else comes up.
Okay.
Ooh, Stoney LaRue, who
Nope.
I'm naming my next child.
Come here, Stoney.
Stoney LaRue Rattledge.
Stoney LaRue. Flash LaRue's brother.
That's right. Roger Krieger. George Strait.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I told you some fucking country influence on this.
Jason Boland and the Stragglers.
Nope.
California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas.
That seems odd.
White Trash Story by Casey Donahue.
Oh.
She Likes the Beatles, William Clark Green. Let's hit refresh again. Corpus Christi Bay by Robert Earl Keen. Somebody to Love by Jefferson Airplane.
That is this algorithm's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, something's wrong.
Lukenbach, Texas, by Waylon Jennings.
I know that song.
Good God.
Have you ever listened to much country?
For What It's Worth, Buffalo Springfield.
No.
White Rabbit, yeah. One pill makes you larger,
No.
and one pill makes you small, and the one that mother gives you won't do anything at all. Come get it. No.
Come get it. When you're one big mugwai.
Come get your dirty finger when you're 10 feet tall.
So, have you listened to much country?
I listen to like the outlaw country, like the Highwaymen.
Okay.
I like Waylon Jennings. I like
Right,
Johnny Cash. I like that kind of stuff.
Johnny Cash. You
I also like songs about tractors.
Hank Williams.
She
Hank Williams
thinks my
Jr.?
tractors sexy.
Do me a favor and go shoot yourself right now. That fucking song. I remember when I was working at Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that fucking song was all over the
Did
radio.
somebody ride through the drive-thru in their tractor? Please tell me they did.
We're not that country, but it could fucking happen. I could see it probably happening at some point. So the mashup that they called this was according to CrypticRock.com. They call the Texas Hippie Coalition a mashup of Pantera, Charlie Daniels Band, Hell Yeah, and Molly Hatchet. You ever listen to any Molly Hatchet?
A little bit, not a lot.
Okay, all right, you're familiar. All right, Big Dad Rich. That's still the most unique lead singer name I've ever heard. That's so far. I'm sure there's more out there. Probably the lead singer of Ass Chapel. He's probably got a cool name. All right, Mark. Tell us all about it. What do you think, man?
C plus.
C plus. All right.
Not a fun time tonight.
I've probably got 3 or 4 friends that I used to hang out with that I would gladly give this album to, and those guys again are not going to be getting my recommendations for the Best of Blind Guardian. They're not going to be getting my suggestion for Glory Hammer's latest. So, this is just having a good time. Back room, at the bar, just, eating and playing a game of pool. That's what I feel coming from this album. I honestly think that's their core audience. And I don't think they make any bones about it. That's who they want. And if the girls like it, hey, a lot worse have been done to get the attention of the ladies. And making some mediocre music isn't going to hurt. So
I mean, that's fine. And I look. I hope for their sakes, selling themselves out for pussy in better tour venues works. It not on me though.
No, well, I
will not be fucking the Texas Coalition, Texas Hippie Coalition. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I was trying to go there. Damn it, beat me to it. Well, all right, man. Well, for myself, yeah, I had a good time, and I think that for me, this might end up being at least top half for me by the end of the year.
Here's what might save this album. When these idiots storm Area 51, if they're playing anything from this album, I will give it a better grade.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll keep that in mind. All right, man. Well, it was how far did we get into content tonight? Like 30 minutes?
We almost hit an hour.
Almost. Wow. That flew by fast.
Yeah, it did.
All right. Well, let's get into plugs then, man.
All right. Tomorrow night, right here in the middle on the Rattleton Broadcasting Network, you and I are going to talk about a much better thing. The time has come for better things, Jesse Starcher.
A black hole, a donkey. My gosh, there's so much insanity that happened in that show.
So much fourth wall breaking on that show. We're going to be talking about the DC streaming service exclusive series Doom Patrol, based on the comic book, which we talked about on Monday, and it was a very well-received show.
Very good, yeah.
Yesterday, myself, Jason Teasley, Robert Winfrey, and Alexis Haina, we reviewed Crawl. We fucking tore that movie to pieces.
Oh, no. No wonder you're so mad. You had to go watch that. Was there a song from this album playing in that movie? Because it probably could have fit, maybe.
Yeah,
at least something.
Would have made the movie better. Saturday night is the Pacquiao-Keith Thurman fight. We're not going to... I can't get any of the pussies I know, who like boxing to actually watch that fight. So, but we are going to watch the undercard fight on Fox, Plant versus Lee. We'll do live commentary of that, and then Pat will dunk his head in the toilet bowl and drink beer. I guess. I don't know. Next week, we've got some fun... It's a week of Cloak and Dagger and some other shit. We've got Cloak and Dagger, Shades of Grey, Shades of fucking Grey. We'll have a review of The Lion King. Robert Winfrey will be on the Metal Hammer of Doom to talk Sabaton, the Great War. You and I are going to be talking Cloak and Dagger Season 2. How about that?
Ooh, yeah. Gotta binge that this weekend.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, 15 episodes of Doom Patrol. Oh boy,
Yeah.
I'd do that all in a fucking weekend. I was like, why was I waiting? So there isn't that many for fucking.
It's only 10 episodes.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
And then we got how are we doing this DC Hanna-Barbera show? Are we getting a judge, or are we just gonna let's whoever shows up, let's talk about some shit and be done with it?
We need to get a judge, but hell, I don't know. Oh, maybe we can talk Ronnie into judging it.
And then we don't have anyone to talk about.
Oh, that's right. He's supposed to be part of it.
He's supposed to talk about Nightwing, McGill Gorilla.
I better send him a reminder.
You know what would be funny? Contact Winfrey.
Winfrey? All right. Oh, that would be.
Winfrey will hate all of them.
What the most fun of that podcast will be making him choose.
You have to choose to make one of these into you have to choose to read one of these, or you can choose to carve out your eyes. Okay, I don't have to hear any of them. I'll just carve out my eyes. That's what he'll say.
Yes, sir.
Reach out to Winfrey, see if he'll judge.
All right, I will.
Reach out to Ronnie to see if he still podcasts.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Jeez. Damn.
We got a review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if she could, on Damn You Hollywood. Scatter the Rats, L7 Rats, Metal Hammer of Doom. And then Jackie Brown on trial. That's what we got going on. And then I think that's it for that week. I don't think we got much of anything else going on here. So, yeah, no wrestling. We have reviews of AEW's Fight for the Fallen and Evolve and Extreme Rules up in the archives. You can give those a listen. We got a bunch of stuff on Spider-Man. We got an Iron Eagle commentary. So, ain't no cancer or hospital stays keep me down, Jesse Starcher. I plug away. I am like the Terminator. I just keep coming.
Yeah, the ass swabs were a little light this week. I would ask that you bring them back full force next Wednesday.
Tomorrow, someone will be playing with my butt. I will tell you all about it.
Oh, okay. Details.
Butt biopsy, 89.
Oh, man. All right, anything else? We ready to close her on out?
No, take me home, Daddy-O.
Ladies and gentlemen, go give the Rattlich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. All sorts of great content out there.
Check us out on Podcoin.
That's right, baby, Podcoin. You want to get paid listening to the podcast? Mark, how much you up to now?
I've almost got like 2,000 coins.
2,000 Podcoins sitting there waiting at his fingers, just waiting to spend them. Well, that's great, because if you could join Mark in doing that as well, get paid to listen to podcasts, check out Podcoin, great podcast platform, and you can subscribe to any podcast out there. It's not like everybody has to be, to list their podcast on there. It's mostly already on there. If you can find it on Spreaker, you most likely can find it on Podcoin. But, other than that, I'm ready to get the hell out of here. Mark, please sign us off.
All right, everyone, thanks for joining us on one of our shorter shows tonight. That's all right. Sometimes tonight might be Saturday night's all right for fights, but it's not all right for bullshit. That's what I say. Be well.
Perfect.
Be well, be safe, and behave.